Oh, it is. And I guess I'll share that next. Alright, yeah. Let's do our intro. Yeah, sorry about that. And if you like what I'm doing, please come store then. Yeah, like I said, apparently on Destiny, the Amazon Prime Awards were available. Alright, so, um, so yes, it's Red Alert and everything else. Then also for the Dilithium, it's also Dilithium weekend and everything else. Now on Friday, I showed you the Klingon one. This one here is to the dead side. So, you know, when you come here to the academy, just everything else, he's like right here at the entrance. And again, this is the Light-Timers and the people who played for 800 days, that now. You played more than 800 days, then yes, you can come and see this guy. And then, like I said, he's every $75. So let's do our Bug Red Alert. Go up.
You will become one with the Borg.
Hey, Red, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while, Red. Here we go with the third leadership. You been good? Yeah, same here. You know, just kind of doing my own thing. Yeah, doing my own thing. Guess, timeline. These fleet launches could got everything unlocked. There. Well, yeah, like I said, then doing my own thing with that and all. Still doing game streams. And there it is. So you can collect 1,000 if everything else and all. So you can see 50 engineer, 1,000. But, like I said, it's every $75. Again, to get this guy, you have to play the game. It's free to play. Oh, someone just getting into the room. Oh, the rain. Get in, mute so you can talk. So as I was saying, yeah, so if you play this game that's free to play, or, now they used to have a monthly thing that they don't have it anymore. I thought 800 days or more, or lifetime. Sideline drain.
Good morning, brother.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing alright.
That's good to hear, man. Staying warm. Yeah, it's getting pretty cold.
Yeah, it's like only 5 degrees right now. 5 degrees outside. Well, how that year? That's it like the year right now.
So what are you streaming today, brother?
Star Trek. I just showed
Interesting.
the veteran Dilithian line character. The veteran Dilithian refiner.
Oh, the one on the Fleet Vlugata mine.
Yep.
Correct?
Because it's
Yeah,
still
that's
the
the Ferengi.
Dilithian thingy. And then I've got the Thetholians, the Thethorgs, and then use the Toleron weapon. So, yeah.
Yeah, I had Hive Onslaught yesterday was the main one.
Yeah, I did that
Um,
one yesterday too.
That was actually a good one though. That was a lot of fun. And you know what's funny? At the very end, I was running with Dehu. At the very end, instead of hitting my engineering team, I accidentally hit evasive maneuvers and I shot towards the queen like 2 kilometers away from the queen. Got myself killed. It was
Yep.
so funny. I never ever did my health like hardly ever went down. And at the very end, I hit that evasive maneuver by accident, and it was just like poof. I was like two kilometers away from the queen. I was like, oh crap, it's done. Yep, I got killed.
Yeah.
It was fun nonetheless. I had a lot of fun yesterday. I gotta say, I was running with everybody from everywhere, and everybody was like, Brain, where you been? I was like, well, you gotta understand, you know, I got other things I gotta do sometimes too. And they're just like, no, I'll stay here, hang out for a while. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I got somebody else since Sorts. I know Sorts has been busy, so I got somebody else working with me on getting my PvP back up again.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun though.
Yep.
And Havoc is a beast. There's no doubt about it. Like I told him, I said, you know, you have to understand who I am. I said, I'm not gonna stop. You can kill me, but I'm not gonna stop trying.
Yep.
Yeah, he said the same thing. He's like, okay, all right, if you're gonna be insistent, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be insistent. So Jimmy, I met this girl yesterday. She's are you streaming?
Yes, I'm streaming on the Dr. Show.
You,
Dig ears. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, I'll show you Drain Drain's new girlfriend.
I know. I didn't realize you were streaming.
This is Drain Drain's new girlfriend. There she is. Big ears. Yes, I'm screening. I'm doing Red Alert and Dilithium.
Oh, let me get in the game. I'll do some red alerts with you.
Well, I thought I just did a Red Alert, so now I'm doing Dilithium. Alright, so now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, used to the, you would have to switch your outfit, this, that, and all. Now they now need it to where your, Evo suit is now part of your honor suit, this, that, and all. The only sad thing is, though, if you had certain things that the Evo suit was able to do, it's now turned off. Because now it's part of your honor set. So now, as you can see, I've got exit or return to ship. They now need it to where your ethos is part of your honor now. So I just simply exit and boom.
Oh, Jimmy, did you explain to them about the lifer suits?
Yeah. I did
Word
that
again,
on
where to
Friday.
go? No, I think it's that one Cation guy, right? Right outside, right next to Philip Gray, outside of Admiral Quinn's office for the
Yeah.
lifer suits. Yeah, I wasn't sure if everybody knew that or not. Because I mean, like I said, finally getting a lifer subscription after, geez, 10 years. Spent so much money on the game and whatnot. Getting that lifer really made a big difference. Not only for the inventory. The inventory was the plus for me,
Yep.
and then getting those suits, those environmental suits, the lifer ones. Oh, those are actually pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't regret making that move whatsoever. It just took me forever. Everybody kept asking me, "Why don't you have a lifer yet, Brain? Why don't you have a lifer?"
Well, like I said, I actually played the game that I did the monthly subscription, with everything else and all, so I was already kind of, in the system, with everything else. But I did, like 2 years, did that and all, and got up to like 1,000 days, did everything else. So, I pretty much got everything unlocked. But I was doing the monthly subscription. So,
Yeah, I
like
remember
I
that
said,
was
ladies and
around.
gentlemen, the monthly subscription is no longer in the game. Either it's free to play or lifetime.
All right, so Jimmy, let's bring this to topic here. Aside from that, yeah, like I said, every time I went to get the lifer subscription, everybody's always asking me, "Dude, you've been playing this. You're always on. You've been playing this for many years. Why don't you have a lifer subscription?" Well, it always came down to that point where I was always in between the bills. Just when
Yep.
I had that opportune moment, nope, got hit with an electric bill, got hit with a cable bill, whatever, phone bill, etc. Also, another interesting thing that we could probably also talk about, Jimmy, is what do you think the Enforcer Group is going to do for Star Trek Online? Now,
Honestly,
I've
nothing.
noted,
Honestly, nothing.
well, they said they're not going to make any changes as far as structure is concerned. The one thing they hinted at between Star Trek and Neverwinter, those are the most two profitable games. They noticed this. Now, the Enforcer Group went on a spending spree, big time. They even bought out Dark Horse Comics.
Yep.
But I think with that kind of spending power, they have a slew of developers on their hands, like at their disposal. Like literally, if they wanted to fix something in this game, they could, Jimmy. So
Yep, they
that's
could.
potential.
Yes, they could.
That's actually very, very good potential.
I see you, Laney. Yeah, I'm not doing the Dilithium with everything else. Because it is the Dilithium weekend, and Like I said on Thursday, yeah, Tuesday, their Critic is running two events, the Dilithium, all the way till like next Tuesday, and on the Red Alert. Now, Red Alert goes to 2 weeks, and the Dilithium goes till Tuesday, so.
Yeah, see, it's actually like it was actually supposed to be like 2 weeks long instead of Dill weekend. It's like Dill weekends, and they do that from time to time. Uh,
Well,
the
they
other
did it
thing
because
is,
of the council, because council is also, as you have to notice, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of the events now are now timed at the same time for councils, because it used to be, we would do our red alert, and then next month, we would have our dog alert or whatever, but then the councils would be, okay, now you've got your red alert. Well, they've now timed it to where consoles and PCs are now having the same. I am. I am on the other side. Where consoles and PCs are now having the same event at the same time. Where it used to be, console was always 1 month behind PCs.
you are correct, and I think that's what it's awesome that they're kind of getting this synchronized now. And
Yep.
I think once the enforcer group takes over, honestly, I sincerely think they're gonna do something, try to do something to make an impressive mark on the gaming community here in Star Trek Online. I sincerely feel that. It's like they're being silent. Of course, any buyout always scares everybody. So of
Yep.
course they don't, they want to tread lightly in the beginning. But I think in the long run, Jimmy, I think they're probably going to wind up doing something really good.
I think so too. Oh, I'm not the. Hi up there.
Well, we had all that BS about it's Chinese coding, yada yada. We can't fix it. When they got rid of the foundry, that devastated me, man. That was a lot of fun for people who wanted to, let's say for example, like every player that wanted to at least delve in making their own Star Trek program. I mean, imagine it. It was just like that was a lot of livelihood for a lot of people creating their own content, right? How awesome is that?
Yep.
I love Star Trek. I want to make my own content and whatnot. Once I got rid of it, that just I was kind of devastated too. That it was actually Grumathral that actually started making content for Endeavors, which of course they was like, oh nope, can't do that.
Yep.
I can't remember how much dilithium it cost me actually to create that content, but I spent, oh god,
All
hundreds and
right.
thousands of Jill on it. Yeah, yeah. Never got to make any content. They took it off. Yeah, I was kind of mad about that, but that it was a beautiful thing to
Yeah, it was.
to allow people to create content. For people that love the game and give them that
Well,
opportune
the other
moment.
reason why is because they was a lot of the people that was making those um, cheat basically, where you got to kill 200 dogs. Well, come to my foundry mission and just have dogs after dogs after dogs. You need to kill Cardassians and just everything else. So they as they're saying, it's quite a reason they got rid of it because, and if you remember, the patrol wasn't in yet. So when they got rid of the foundry, so you people who, lost your way to grind and level up this, that, and all, well, we got these patrol missions.
I actually remember when it happened, when it all went down, when they got rid of the foundry. It was actually when we were merged with Council of Shadows. Grumatron. He was creating content that was making it easier. When Endeavors first came out, he was making it easier for Endeavors to be done. Like he was creating content for everybody. It wasn't a selfish act. It was a selfless act, I should
Yep.
say. And they got mad about that when they seen all that content out there to make it easier for everybody to get their endeavors done. That's when they pulled the plug. I was so upset myself. I was
Yeah.
like, oh. And not only that, but it was another way to get good salvage. Salvage for re-engineering your weapons and whatnot. You
Oh
had
yeah.
Ludomatic. Yeah, Ludomatic 3000 was. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yep.
Ludomatic. Oh, that was so fun. And then you got your salvage, and you, of course, turn your salvage in for re-engineering your weapons and whatnot. But yeah, those were some pretty good days, really good days.
Yeah. But no, that's one of the reasons why they got rid of it because all these people making these boundary missions to, as they call, cheating through the thingy.
I was literally, seriously, I was gonna take about 2 weeks to make a foundry mission. I mean, I was gonna delve that deep into it. I wanted to make something really hardcore. And about a week into it, they removed it. But I already spent where's my dill, right? I already spent my dill 2 times, never got any content, and then they removed it. So I never got that dilithium back, by the way. And
No,
yeah, it was a
you
ton of dill.
know.
There's your dill sink for you, baby.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, that's what the game has.
Oh, also, I wanted to remind everybody else. A lot of people forget about this. The Dill Exchange is still messed up, Jimmy. It's
Yes,
sad,
it
but
is.
there is another Dill sink you can put your teeth into, and it's actually for your reroll tokens. For your endeavors. So a lot of people probably forget about that because they don't stress it um, enough. You always got your Phoenix boxes, whatnot.
Yeah,
But yeah, you can get your re-engineering tokens with the lithium as well, guys. So if you want to offset some of that in some
yeah.
way,
Ladies and
shape, or
gentlemen,
form.
what Brain Drain talking about is what you see on the screen. You've got Zen. Now, I'm a light timer, so I get 500 each month. That's everything else and all. As you can see, if I were to put in 500, I would basically buy 250,000 dilithium. That's everything else. Add on that 500 Zen. That's everything else. Or if I want to die, yeah, 5,000. That's what it was. 5,000. So
2,500 dough, I think it is for each
yeah,
reroll
I know,
token
but
now.
so for 5,000, I'd get 200 Zen, which is basically $2, which is $2. So
Well, we
yeah,
weren't talking monetary worth, but we were talking about offsetting a loss in the game itself. If you're free to play, again, I noticed they were having a discount on that reroll token, and of course, if you do your endeavors faithfully daily, sometimes you get reroll tokens. But I haven't noticed it lately. Like
yeah,
I'm
that
not
you
getting.
also get your T6 reputation. Um, Now this one I had already spent, so I can't show. But on the Klingon side, yeah, you get yeah, see, I've got them all spent already. Yeah, see, I've already got them all spent. But yeah, on the my Klingon side, yeah, you can see. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. On my Klingon, yeah, on some of my T6 reputation, I've got the fleet module that you can get as well at the retrain token, that's everything else and all. But like I said, you get them when you and you can see like right there. If you get your reputation completed, get it up to T6 and complete them, you get this for free. You get this for free. Whereas, it's 500 Zens, that's everything else. And if you get your T6 completed, yeah, you get your free fleet modules.
For each and every reputation now.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sweet. The problem is like, I gotta be honest. Sometimes for some people, when some people get to that point, it's like 10 years later. Like they're focusing on different tunes, whatnot. But when they do get those fleet
Yeah,
modules,
operation.
yeah, and of course, yeah, depends on if you're in a fully level fleet. Highly recommend provisioning fleet ships. Of course, always once you're maxed out. There's tons of them in there, and but yeah, once you get those fleet ship modules, like there's a thing I wanted to do for my science tune, Jimmy, and I want to get that boomerang ship on that
Yeah.
guy, but I got to work on his reputation. It would be awesome if it was kind of like account wide, but then that would be too easy for everybody.
Yeah.
The grind would
Alright.
be too easy.
Alright. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now this one here, this is the dilithium contract or dilithium claim. That's everything else. As you can see, it's lit up. I have the claim to turn in. That's everything else at all. It comes out of the entity lockbox now, where you can claim them. But this one used to be when you got the Frangy lockbox. You was able to get the dilithium claims out of the Frangy lockbox, but now they come in the entity lockbox. So, then there, see, um,
The Infinity Lockbox has been around for a long time now. It's a great box. I still collect some of the old ones just for keepsakes. In fact, that used to be my hobby when I first started playing this game. I would just collect lockboxes. Don't ask me why.
yeah,
But one of these days, Jimmy, I'm still hoping to get a T5 Galler out of the Cardassian lockboxes.
yep,
Spiral waves, baby. But yeah, yeah, with your reputation, each time you get tier 6 in your reputations, and of course, everybody that's sweating assess stratagems from competitive,
yep,
you will get 7 of those for free, man. Just keep at it, guys. Keep going at it and keep getting your marks, and you will get the assess stratagems for free. I do miss that. Core Assault though. Remember that Core Assault, Jimmy?
yeah,
That was a lot of fun. It started out with PvE, and then in the end, it wound up being PvP. But that was the time when the colony consoles came out. So a lot of people deemed it unfair because you really couldn't kill anybody.
not
Except
because
for,
the
some
cleaning
new,
team's growing yet.
yeah.
Alright, so there. Now this one you can see you can do 20 hours basically. So there's that. There's that. So she's not 20 hours. So I get on operation. So they turn the analog in and there. And I talked to Thundering's girlfriend. So there she is. Alright, turn the
And
ship. That ain't
and of
on
course,
operation.
ladies and gentlemen, once you get one tune up to level 6 in all your reputations, your other tunes on the same account will also get a rapid discount towards their reputation as well. And please don't forget there are also bonus reputation pools that you can acquire or can buy. Those help exponentially, really do.
Yeah, they do. So operations, how you doing? Hope you're staying warm. It's only 5 degrees around that right now today. So if you're staying warm today.
Nice.
Alright, so we gotta kill 20, so go to the authority, and then go down to the invasion zone.
Oh, I wanted to bring that up again. Um, so my main's already done. I had to do that Hive Onslaught last night. So
Right.
yeah, now I got deal phaser damage ground, destroy 10 Empire ships, Badlands, destroy destructible torpedoes. Probably kill 2 birds with 1 stone in that one.
Right.
Um, oh, something else I wanted to say here real quick. Oh, crafting. That way, if you're gonna start doing crafting as well, there's crafting bonus pools out there as well, R&D crafting pools. So eventually, I know a lot of you guys are gonna want gravimetric torpedoes if you're using gravity welds for your science. Also, the PET torps, the plasma emission particle torpedoes. Actually, a buddy of mine in Festus just made one. He wound up with a pen mod on it. Like that's very very rare nowadays. Old
Yeah.
days, yeah. In the old days, yeah, that was very highly sought after, and that's still viable. I mean, you could use the
Yeah.
pen mod with say UK13 consoles, whatever. Shield pen, hull pen, everything else, power transfer rate and whatnot. Still a lot of good things to be had in this game, though, Jimmy.
Yep.
But I had one buddy of mine, Francine, that first started running with me, and he crafted me the craziest weapons ever.
Right.
Like my science kit module for my science for Mr. Marcus. It's like plus 63 shield pen for ground.
Right. Well, another my TR that I used to craft with everything else and all. Now, yeah, now you can just buy them from the store now, but
It was just insane. He was always coming out with these crazy mods I'd never seen anybody else craft before.
yeah.
And Chris was really good at it. Like I said, that one ground kit that he made for me, it was science. You know, I'm science, but man, it was like 63 shield pin for a kit module. I was like, wow. So yeah, crafting's still a viable thing. Like some people have this unique ability, innate ability to craft things that you can't get anywhere else. So yeah, keep that chin above the water and keep crafting, you know. There's still a lot of fun things to be done in this game, and people are so worried about, in-game content that they don't look up and breathe. Just take your time. Take your time on everything. It's still
Ooh.
free to play.
Operation, I hope you get better.
Yeah, I'm hoping the Enforcer Group actually does something good for the
Like I
game.
said, I don't think they're
Nuts.
gonna do anything. It's just a
They're
name
not gonna
grab.
wipe it out. There was a big fear that they were gonna sunset the game, and they said no, that's not the case because Star Trek Online and Neverwinter are very profitable.
Yeah.
From PWE, Perfect World Entertainment, which will no longer be here before long, and Mr. Lee has agreed to sell it. Now I don't know if you know the buying price of it or not, but
Oh, it
it
looks like
was
a hat
pretty.
in hell.
125 mil.
You know, probably not that much.
125 million is a lot of money, brother.
Yeah, but the world society nowadays, a million is pocket change now. Or it used to
Oh,
be,
for the Enforcer
you
group? Oh,
know.
yeah.
Abducted.
Then they went out and bought Dark Horse Comics on top of it. I mean, yeah, talk about a Christmas spending spree.
Yeah.
125 million for Perfect World Entertainment. They didn't disclose what they paid for Dark Horse Comics. Of course, Dark Horse,
Yeah,
very
the
well
Dark
known
Horse
comic.
comic has been bought out and sold, bought out and sold.
Yeah, they've been around for a while. I remember when they first came out. It was, I would say it was around 95. Because myself, I'm actually an avid comic collector. A lot of my stuff got stolen, but I've still got some of the Lady Death, Evil Ernie comics that I bought in '95, and I remember that's right about when Dark Horse came out. I want to say '95, but
Right.
I've still got that one comic book. I went into a comic store. I was looking at Dark Horse. I was like, oh, who are these guys? So I went ahead and got my Evil Ernie. And Evil Ernie is the sidekick for Lady Death, but he's got this this pin that's on his leather jacket. They call him Smiley, but he's got like this really evil face. But yeah, the cover glows in the dark, and
Oh,
really
nice.
awesome. Oh yeah, still got it. And it was actually my nephew Corey that got me into collecting comics, believe it or not.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, it was Corey. God rest his soul. And he had all the Teenage Mutant Ninja comics when they first came out. They were worth, well, when he was still around. They were worth like $2,400. They were all in mint condition. He had them all in their sleeves and all nice, neat, and tucked. And but yeah, 1995 Atomic Comics. That was the name of the place. It was in Florida,
Oh, okay.
in Ocala. Yeah. But I'm hoping Enforcer, with the money that they have, brother, and the amount of developers they have at their disposal. So you're talking about guys that's worked on Borderlands. Also, Infestus likes playing one of their games. It's called Wreckfest.
Yeah,
I
I've heard of
guess
that.
it's a smash up derby. Yeah, I've never played it yet. I want to download it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Enforcer group has a bunch of games that they own. So Borderlands being a ground PvP, whatnot. I'm saying, never say never. They could probably do some really potentially good things to this game. And I was trying to tell a lot of people, don't sweat it. Oh my God, they're gonna kill the game. No, don't
Nah, they're
don't
not
think
gonna
that
kill
way.
it because how much money they
That's a lot of money to spend on killing a game, right? Yeah, it makes sense.
you know.
125 million for Perfect World Entertainment alone. And then they bought out Dark Horse Comics. So, of course, I don't know the disclosed amount. That's a lot of money to spend for Christmas.
Yep.
I mean, good God. A lot of people are like, oh, yeah, I put a down payment on the car. Hi, I just bought out Perfect World Entertainment. Look at me.
Yep. But now, I mean, I'll be honest, I don't think they're going to do anything that and all that. Nice surprise. You know?
I think good things are gonna come along the way. It's just gonna it's gonna be a matter of time. They gotta, you know, acquiring a new company. You gotta feel out the staff, who's doing what, who's not doing their job, et cetera, before they make any kind of, big changes. I mean, that's the norm.
Right.
You want to feel the company out first and then see what's going on, what could be done better, and then, of course, go from there as far as changes are concerned.
Right.
But I think they're going to do something good. I really do. It's going to be down the road. As a lot of people say they say they're not going to do anything, but I think they're going to do something down the road. And I think it would be good. I really do.
Well, like I said, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, one of these days, Jimmy, hopefully I'll become a community manager. Hopefully. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Like I said,
But
I
it
don't
would be-
think Ambassador Cal is going to be losing his job anytime soon.
Oh no, don't say that. No, he won't. He's fine.
Yep.
I tried to talk to him quite a few times, but the guy's busy. He's
Yeah. Yes,
You know,
he is. He's always busy. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of times they're on their own private server. So, yeah.
But yeah, despite what people think, the game's just the song remains the same. Is the best way I can put it. The game will stay the way it is, but au contraire, we can always hope that they might fix the exchange situation.
No, I don't think they're gonna go that far.
Well,
They're gonna
brother,
totally. If you really look at it, yeah, they're probably gonna look at the latest, like because it's Discovery. They'll look at that way and do things that from that point of view because of the Discovery TV show. But all the like old stuff now, that's what they're gonna be looking at. What can be done now? What can be new now? And right now it's Discovery. Just everything else.
There's one thing I really want to bring up to you, Jimmy. I downloaded the Unreal Engine, right? So I want to start tinkering around with the Unreal Engine. Can you
It's a good
imagine?
engine.
Oh, very good. Wait, oh man, they're already out with 5, right? So
Yeah.
I wouldn't it be awesome if like Star Trek one day, but grab your graphics cards, right? You're gonna need a new graphics card if it ever came down to this, where if Stowe were to
I'm melting.
go with the Unreal Engine, yeah.
See, it Elite Dangerous. Yeah, I would be taking a lot of ship damage in Elite Dangerous. I would then between 2 stars in Elite Dangerous.
But imagine Star Trek Online going with the Unreal Engine. Imagine the clarity of everything just going boom.
Yep.
But of course, ladies and gentlemen, you would need a better graphics card, that's for sure.
Yeah, though with graphics card nowadays,
Well, yeah, it's like I almost want
Wow, I'm
RTX to be.
glitching.
I almost went with the RTX Jimmy, but I took your advice and I went with the GTX 1660 Super
Yep.
Clock Ultra. So I went with your advice on that one. I almost got an RTX, but there's a problem here. And what a lot of people don't understand is during that time of the year, during Christmas, you got people selling graphics cards that were actually used for Bitcoin mining. Now
Yep.
those things are put under a lot of stress, people.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, why is the price so low? Wow, this is awesome. Yes, it's too good to be true. If it sounds like it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. Trust me. I almost fell for it. Almost.
Right.
And and I almost yeah, like the one I was looking at, it was like 1500 for a 2080. And I don't know. There's all kinds of scams going out there now where people will actually take the inner hardware out and put different hardware back in there, and then next thing you know, if you're not sure about what graphics card you're using, guys, hit the Windows key, the R button, type in MSInfo32, just one long word, no caps, nothing. And people have actually done this and found out what card they paid for is not the exact card what they paid for.
Exactly. So that's only because of their Chinese people, you know. You know, the Chinese market.
Oh no, Jimmy, it's everywhere. You
Oh,
have to
okay.
understand, people are playing the market and they're trying to rip people off on purpose, and it is what it is.
Right.
That's why, better safe than sorry scenario. That's why I went with 1660. I'm like, the heck with it. I'm not going to spend that kind of money on a card and then it come back to me and then it might be a 2060 instead of a 2080. You know what I mean? So like,
Exactly.
yeah, there's a lot of scams that go around during that time of the year, during what is it, Cyber Monday, and of course Christmas and whatnot. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can never be too careful because there's a lot of people. Like I said, they'll put their cards as almost new, barely used,
Yeah,
but
like the
they've
one
been
I
using
wanted,
it.
Brian.
Yeah,
Barely used it, that, and everything else. He thought he was getting a 3080, this, everything else, and all, but it wasn't. It was a 1060,
but yeah,
everything
and
else.
here they were using their RTX 2080 for mining Bitcoin the whole time.
Yep.
And that's a funny thing. When I got that 1660, Jimmy, I seen I seen ads for Bitcoin mining machines with like 8 RTX 2080s in it for $30,000.
Yep.
$30,000, dude. So now this is another scary thought. So, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta tell you, eventually, at one point or another, Bitcoin is gonna become a viable um, form of currency.
Already using a line. In
Yeah,
some
well,
areas, you can actually use Bitcoin now.
yep,
In
yep.
some
I first started.
areas.
I'm not gonna lie, it was a worthwhile investment when I started out. I started out with $40, and then, after my last job of 9 years let me go, trying to tell me about it, attendance. Really, 6 days a week for 9 years? Okay, whatever. So I put $40 into PayPal, got my Bitcoin, and then it was not even a year later. I'm gonna say like 5 months later. It was at $110. I cashed that out because I needed to pay a bill. That was a
Yeah.
lifesaver. But now, when I walked into my Circle K, my local Circle K, there was a new kiosk, right? It was all wrapped up. I said, "Oh, finally, you guys gonna replace that old crappy ATM?" And she was like, "Nope, that's a Bitcoin kiosk." So I was like, "Wait, what?" Yep, they got a Bitcoin kiosk right there in my local Circle K convenience store.
Yeah, I
What do you
know.
know?
My mall has one of those. Or it's a little vending machine thingy, a little ATM machine. So,
That thing's got like a 4-inch thick padlock on it. It's crazy. It's definitely bulletproof.
now if you're
But you
part
know,
of a fleet, yes, you can also go to your fleet dilithium line, which I'm going to go there.
oh, for the extra 500 dilithium, yeah.
Yeah,
Did you tell them what the lifers get as far as every other
I've
day?
already done that already. When you came in, I was already showing that off.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. Well, see, that's funny. Like I said, 10 years later, I just finally got it, right?
Yeah. Alright, this guy
So,
right here, he is your duty officer. So if you have the necessary duty officer, like I said, we're all gonna make all hoarders. There. Yeah, so as you can see, yes, it'll do this, everything else, which could be completed in 18 hours. Then you can do it again. So the big one, um,
so for non-lifers, you can get 8,500 per day on your account. For lifers, every other day you get 9,500, which is it's a big difference. But I think the biggest thing about lifer subscription that any of you that don't have it will be a huge plus for you, especially depending on the amount of tunes that you have that are level 65 maxed out. Definitely inventory space. You will be
yep.
so happy with that extra inventory space. Like, seriously. I got two alt storage tunes. Like, they're only like 20. And the other one's like maybe 30. But if those guys were level 65, oh my god. The amount of storage space you get is insane. So that's pure blessing right there. And not only that, I actually like the, not the Chimera, Jimmy, but the Romulan, the Daenerys.
The fleet
Uh,
version.
yeah, it's actually a lifer ship. That thing's a mean torp build so far. I mean, I gotta mess around with it a little bit, but really nice ship, really awesome ship. Like the Chimera is like for me, meh. But on
Alright,
my
so to the big dilithium, yes, if your fleet is, leveled up to everything else and all, yes, you get the big dilithium. Unfortunately, for all of these are all locked, as you can see, just everything else. So you have to unlock the different areas, just everything else and all. But nightly, we didn't unlock for like ages. So this is the big dilithium line.
yep. So Jimmy, I bet you probably had to break out the broom and dust off the cobwebs too, didn't you?
Yep,
It's been around that long.
yep, because nobody comes here anymore.
I feel you, brother.
After all this grinding and trying to level up at that and all.
But you know, as always, we all started somewhere. We were noobs at one point. You know, you can call anybody a noob anytime you want to, but it's just factual based that even some of the most experienced players in here started somewhere, Jimmy. And that's we all did with fleets, regardless, grinding, hardcore grinding, and then at one point or another we can kind of sit back at one point, and of course it's never done. So
Well, that's what turns off a lot of people. It's the game grind. Most people want to see the story and the game detail so that they've got the, well, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to call in sick because I've got to work, 10 hours today in a game and game grind 10 hours. Yeah, that's what turns off a lot of people. You know,
The
because
grind is real.
you know they want to come in and enjoy a story, enjoy a game, but not do another job. Whereas Star Trek, yeah, if you do hardcore, yeah, you can, do this as a job.
Used to be able to make a lot of EC in this game when we had the 4 hour cooldowns as opposed to the 20-hour deal we find every 4 hours. I've seen a lot of space rich people leave this game, brother. Like I've had a lot of friends. That's how they started out. Back when I started out, and well, when you took me under your wing in
Yeah,
2012, um, and people were finding that deal every 4 hours. They were buying stuff out of the C store left and right. It was crazy. It was insane. People were getting ships. They were just getting everything free to play. This was at one point in time the best free to play game,
yeah,
hands
it
down.
was, it was. But then they started adding reputation and all the other crafting and this, that, and everything else.
Yeah, yeah. Well, even before they started crafting system, to that degree, the Endeavor system, all that. Before that all started, man, it was like the best game to actually be able to get things with. And I met a lot of space. Well, we call them space whales. Um,
Yep,
you didn't have to pull anything. You didn't have to be a wallet warrior back then. Um, one of the best free to play games, hands down. And
oh yeah,
but life happens, inflation happens, COVID happens,
exactly.
and yeah, so a lot of things had to change for a reason. They knew that more people were going to be spending time at home due to COVID, and then I think it's a marketing strategy.
Pretty much.
Every yeah, everybody's got to survive, no matter what. Like I've ran into a lot of people. Oh my God, you spend money on this game. Like, dude, who do you think is going to pay to maintain the servers? Who do you think is going to,
Well,
you
look at
know,
the. I mean, you've got that trend going right now on, say, the Red Dead, that's everything else and all, because the game Red Dead Redemption, they came out in 2018, and then the online came out in like a couple of years later, this, that, and everything else. But,
I just got it.
what?
I just bought Red Dead myself. Red
Oh,
Dead 2.
okay. But the online version, yeah, they've got say Red Dead Online, just everything else. Well, the funny thing is, Rockstar money is GTA, Grand Theft Auto. Most people want to act as mafia type style instead of cowboys.
Well, the thing about Red Dead is pretty interesting. If anybody doesn't know, it's open world environment. So, like, go everywhere, go anywhere you can. Enjoy the storyline before you get online. So that's what my Infestus was telling me. So, yeah, I'm digging it. It's really cool. It's really addictive, honestly. Being
Yep.
out that long, I would have thought I'm usually one of the kind of gaming aficionados. Well, I'll buy a game when it comes out. Um, but yeah, open world environment. You can get bounties. You can get all kinds of things in that game. Yeah, that's another one. Another good one actually. I'm really getting hooked on it. But
Yep.
I think as far as Star Trek Online is concerned, nothing major is going to happen just yet. But I do think down the road, this is just my assumption, and of course, you know what they say about assuming makes an ass out of you and me. But I sincerely think they're gonna wind up doing something really good for this game. I
Yeah.
sincerely do, Jimmy. That's too much money to invest to say, nah, we're just gonna leave it go.
Well, like I said, we'll
125
see.
million.
No, we'll see. But now the game's not going to shut down. So I know there was
Oh
people
no.
who was like, okay, the game is finally going to shut down. They're going to finally, get rid of it.
Oh
I
no,
don't think
because there's too
so.
much at stake. You already got existing Star Trek shows going on right now. You even got cartoons going on right now.
Yeah,
If they shut down Star Trek Online, like you just might as well stop watching TV. Period.
yeah,
So this is a staple. Star Trek Online is a staple for the franchise. It always has been, always will be, the way I see it. And
yeah.
that, and of course, that's just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own, but that's just me. For them to kill the game would be literally like if you had stitches in your arm, like from a cut. You might as well just rip those stitches right out of your arm.
Right.
So I don't see them doing anything like that, Jimmy. I really don't. I think they're gonna do what they're gonna sit back. They're gonna watch. They're gonna see how the profits are rolling in, and of course they're gonna get to the point where they're gonna start listening to people and say, "Hey, we need to fix these bugs after all these years, right?"
Like I said, I don't think they're gonna go. Cause I mean, look, there's bugs in old game and the starting part of the game. That's everything else and all. You know, they're not gonna go fix them. They're gonna, concentrate on the new stuff because it's discovery. You know, so
I
they're gonna
think that
concentrate on the new stuff.
yeah, but see, here's the biggest difference, Jimmy. All right, let's say you're in a company, right? You have a company for 10 years, right? You're getting burnt out. Like you just don't know what to do with it and everything else, and then you get a new company along that comes in and says, "Hey, listen, I'm buying all of this out for 125 million." You think they're gonna make some change? I do. That's a
Yeah,
lot of
they're
money to
gonna
spend
do
and say,
like
"Oh, we're
the
not doing
Disney
anything, guys."
movie, like the
You know
Disney
what?
movie. Yeah. I don't like Pepsi. I don't like Coca-Cola. And I'm gonna revamp Pepsi. RC Soul Cola. You know. So,
Well,
you
on the
know.
bright side, if you drank a Coca-Cola, eat your insides out for nasty stuff.
No, that's just like I said. I mean, that's quite the other day when I was talking to some people. They was actually comparing to the Disney movie where the one guy was making a drink at that and all, and he was challenging Coca-Cola, but he also didn't want to be a clone of Pepsi. Just everything else because the drink kind of tastes like Pepsi, looked like Pepsi, just everything else. But then at the end of the movie, RC Cola, and that's basically how the movie ends, where, how RC Cola got started. So I don't think they're gonna revamp everything. Because I
Not
know
right
that's what
away.
most people are like. Oh, we're gonna get rid of Stranded in Space. We're gonna get rid of the Klingon. We're gonna get rid of the Romulans. We're all gonna be all Federation. They're gonna revamp and get rid of
But
everything. Because it's
brother,
all
I
gonna
gotta
be
tell you,
Federation and Federation this, Federation that. Like I don't think so.
brother, as much as I am a people person and I love interacting with people, I would personally make some changes if I spent 125 million in this game, and or if Enforcer Group says, "Hey, Brain Drain, you want to be a well, not a community manager per se, but just like go about, ask people what they think they might like to be changed and whatnot." And you know what? I guarantee you, I would not hesitate spending 125 million. I'm sorry, in cold hard cash and not make any changes. Oh, you bet your ass there's gonna be changes made. I mean, that would be one of my decisions. Yeah, there's gonna be changes made. I mean, you don't
Oh,
invest that kind of money
absolutely.
because here's the thing. Here's the reality of it, right? We all know lately it's been cash grab, cash grab, cash grab.
Yeah.
And it's done on purpose. And of course, every game has to survive. You got to pay for the upkeep. You got to keep the hamsters in the wheel and the servers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Keep keep those little hamsters fed, baby. And but yeah, you got employees. You know, you
Well,
got
look, I
office.
mean, You know, you've got,
Overhead,
say, the Red
electric
Dead,
vehicle.
you know?
Yeah, I'm just saying. I can guarantee you there will be a change made to this game.
Right.
It has to be. It's the way of things. If you're gonna invest that kind of money, it might be even more of a cash grab. So don't be disappointed. Anybody that sees that we've been acquired by the Enforcer Group, don't be upset if you see more cash grabs. It's understandable. All right, so if you invest 125 million, well, you want 250 million, say 2 years down the road, so that way you get what you invested and then some. But the
Yeah.
only way that's going to happen is if they actually start fixing things, Jimmy. So that makes sense, right? You're
Yeah.
going to invest 125 million. You want to fix something. It's like buying a car, a very expensive car at that. And so you
Well,
want
we're gonna take the little shitty lock out and put a henny in it, even though it's in a third nothing body, so.
to. But I'm just saying that's that's an investment. That's a hefty investment. Of course, you're not going to just sit there and keep your mouth shut. You're really not.
No.
You want to see things happen. You want it to come alive. You want it to be the best Star Trek ever.
Okay, then that means next year, when we all sign in, instead of having our graphics, we're gonna have Borderlands 3 style graphics, all cartoony looking. And then, of course, the mechanic will be all like Borderlands. But there you go. You asked for a change, there you go.
I'm just saying changes will be made, man.
Yep.
Not right away, but they will be made. And of course, you got staff that, well, some are doing an awesome job, some are not doing a very great job at all. I remember back in the day when I first started playing this game, you had Taco Fangs, you had some of your GMs that would come in here. Hey guys, how do you like the event? People that actually cared about what people thought.
Yeah.
Taco Fangs, and you had Brand Flakes, you had oh, what's her? Oh God, I miss her. Trendy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was awesome, and like I say,
Well, some of them, like I said, some of them are still in the game, but you don't see them too much because they then shift over to like Netherwinter or Champions Online.
Well, I like Kale because he's a down to earth person. You
Yeah.
can see it. He's just got this sincerity about him when you listen to him talk. That's the beautiful thing about life. You approach everything like you're a child,
Yeah.
and that's honestly the best way to approach things. That's how you appreciate things in life. Like every day is a new day for you. Like, oh my God. Um, that's what I like about Kale. Yeah, that's how I like how he represents Star Trek Online. And of course, even being a community manager, you can't be the best at the game and still be a community manager. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work that way. It would be like
Yeah.
me moving into that spot, right? I love everybody. I do all right, but yeah, I don't know everything in this game like some people do. And I've been in this game since 2012, so you know, it's just one of those things. It depends on how you represent the company. So that's the
Right.
one cool thing I do like about Kale. He
Right.
he, he approaches everything with a
Open mind.
open mind, a childhood approach. And being a child, you have an open mind, right? You're not taught there's no ghosts, there's no Santa Claus, etc., etc. So you come
No,
into
no,
that
no,
really
no, no.
fresh.
You just squat all those kid dreams. Yes, kids. Santa Claus is real. He lands on your roof. That's everything else.
Yeah, that's funny, Jimmy.
Yeah, because like I said, the other thing is, yes, my channel, I am trying to keep that, family friendly, just everything else and all, but, unfortunately, certain people on my server, which I'm not going
Keep
to
that
mention
chin above the
names,
water.
You know? Trying to keep my channel trendline.
Oh, I didn't curse though, did I?
No. When you said that Santa Claus is not real, you know, all those kids. Mommy, Daddy, who brought me presents then? You know, Mommy, Daddy, you know, where did these presents come from? Mutiny. But
They
yeah.
came from Santa Claus. He also paid our mortgage off for the next 2 years.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be awesome coming from parents?
Yep.
You just got $5,000 in presents, son, daughter.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Santa Claus also paid off 2 years of our mortgage. Oh, that would be so awesome, right?
Yeah, it would then. But yeah.
Oh. But yeah, Jimmy, I certainly, definitely, there has to be, with that kind of investment at one point or another, that some good change will come out of this game. It has to be. You don't invest that kind of money and just say, oh, I'm just going to let it go as it is. No, you don't do that. You want your investment to come back to you twofold. That's what investors do.
Right.
I
Well, like
remember
I
the
said,
last.
I mean, you know, you keep seeing changes, and then people's like, oh yeah, they're gonna, you know, rethorn the game and redo the whole game. I don't think so. They're gonna like add stuff to the game, but they're not gonna like, okay, the Romulan storyline sucks, so we're gonna delete it. The Klingon sucks, you know, the Klingons are broken, so we're gonna. No, I don't think they're gonna do that. You know, they're going to come from, you know, 'cause like I said, it's Discovery, so, you know, they're going to come from like a Discovery point. I mean, who knows? I mean, we got the card, did everything else and all, so they might start adding, like, to the card story and did everything else. In a way, you've got, the cartoon people. You've got them in the game. You know, you got his trait. You know, Donnier, I think it's his name. Donnier.
You know what, Jimmy? I think what you should probably do, maybe, well, later tonight, tomorrow, whatever. It is Sunday.
Yeah,
Let's have an
usually
open
my house
discussion.
cleaning day, but, you know, I decided I'm going to do this. Alright, walk up to him.
A
And then,
state of the game address. How about that? Instead
alright.
of State of the Union address, State of the Game address. Like, let's see
Well,
where.
I've done those before. I actually got flagged one time with everything else and all. Well, I've done that state of the game and had a bunch of people. Well, now, thanks to YouTube, we don't see our. Oh, you got 500 dumbed down. No, now you can't see how many dislikes you get anymore. That's everything else. But yeah, I've actually gotten flagged on the Star Wars and Star Trek when I did the state of the game on, you know, at the anniversary time.
Well, if you're saying bad things, that's only natural.
Well, I was basically saying what the game was and what the game, you know, could have done, what the game could have improved, with everything else and all, but the way I was, you know, putting it down, kind of. So, yeah.
Well, brother, right now, it's not like we're bashing or anything. We're actually making a good note of where the game's direction might be headed.
Right.
Speculation? Yes, of course. Everybody's entitled to opinion. And you can't always call it speculation, it's opinion.
Right. But, yeah. Alright, so, that's basically the whole thing, the red alert that then always goes to 2 weeks. But the lithium, yeah, you got till Tuesday morning Now to me, the service reset at 10 o'clock, which is Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, you got till Tuesday morning for the Dalinti and everything else to kind of do the grind. But it's like Drain pointed out, the Dalintian line or the exchange, yeah, I mean, you see the 500. Um,
Yep, and people also don't forget you can also dump some extra dill into if you're not working on fleet projects. Fleet projects are awesome. I still think the lithium should be 1 to 50 ratio instead of fleet marks because fleet marks are so freaking easy to get. It's
yep,
stupid. Dilithium is more of a precious commodity in the game, and I still think they should make dilithium 1 to 50 ratio. Drop
okay,
down the fleet marks to 1 to 25. Granted, yes, for new players, dilithium's hard to get. Fleet marks are easy to get, but still,
yep,
I think it would make that would be another good dill dump for the game to invest in. Because let's face it, nobody wants to dump dilithium into the fleet project because, of course, they want Phoenix boxes. Make it
yep.
more rewarding that way. Make it more rewarding.
Well, the thing is,
I
though,
think.
in a way, it already is. I mean,
What do you mean?
um, Phoenix boxes, the 30,000 dilithium and everything else, you can get, yeah, 10 of them, just everything else, and then, see, I've got 160, so I can get like 4 of them for 160, just everything else and all. So that's also $160,000 lithium, just everything else and all. Because that's one reason why they unlocked the Phoenix box, just everything else. So now you can go here where it used to be, it was every, you would have your anniversary, then you would have your Phoenix box, then you would have your summer event, then you would have your Phoenix box again, and then you would have your winter event, just everything else. Uh, so it was like basically every 2 months, 3 months, you would have your Phoenix prize pack, just everything else. Well, they've now unlocked it to where you can get it anytime you want now. You can get it anytime you want. Because you see, each one is going to 450. And see, for 35,000, I can get 10 of them. And you see, like right there, there's proof right there. So for 10 boxes, I can stand $45,000 lithium. Or for, the same 10, I can stand 40,000. But for, see right there, there's one set of boxes. Or it's 160, I can get Thor. Get any 30 boxes. And this is what Drain's trying to point out about the 1-to-1 ratio. It's not right.
Yeah, and fleet, it doesn't pay. It doesn't play unless you, of course, own the fleet. It does
Yeah,
not pay for you to invest that kind of lithium, and you have to sometimes.
yeah,
If you want to get from point A to B, you want to get that fleet maxed out. Yeah, you have to invest in that dilithium, whereas the other guys won't. Because again, like I was talking about, that should be a 1 to 50 ratio, because it is a precious commodity. That way, in turn, if you're using fleet credit bonus pools on top of that, which I always use that, guys. Here, I don't know if you guys are starting out new fleets, whatever. Always use fleet credit bonus pools, because the way that happens is when it comes time to doing doffing, or as I call it, doofing. I've misspelled it so many times.
yeah.
You offset that 20% loss that incurs when you start doing doffing for your fleet. So always use fleet credit bonus pools every time, anytime, every time of the day.
Now,
Certain
ladies and
when certain
gentlemen, what
projects.
Drain's talking about is this. If you're part of the fleet, that's everything else. Um, I know to the Federation, it's this guy right here. Fleet Narcs bonus right there. So you can see there are 1,500 credits. So the 1,480,000 the 1,485,000 credits, I can buy 99 Fleet Narc bonus tools, just everything else and all.
Get the ones out of the Infinity Box, brother, off the exchange.
Oh,
25,000. Yeah, no, I mean, once you get maxed out at like 10 million fleet credits, yeah, you can go ahead and offset that by. I'd like to get the purple DOFs out of the Starbase. Once you hit 10 million EC fleet credits, yeah, you want to buy purple DOFs because those things are really nice and spendy.
Yeah.
And some of them are worth a ton.
Yeah.
It just depends on whether you go with science or tactical. Like, I'll go with both sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, fleet credit bonus pulls out of your Infinity boxes or off of the exchange will help you offset that 20% loss incurred while you're doing dopping for Starbase projects. It
And
really
this is
does
what
help.
Brain Drain's talking about. This guy. This right here. So you can see the 20,000 energy credits. I can buy a, engineer. No, I take it back. That's, okay, that's a civilian. So an engineer, 30,000, science, 30,000, or tactical, 30,000. That is as engineer, or
The
on
purple ones, Jimmy. The
exchange.
purple ones. The
The
very rare ones.
exchange. And I
And
need to, okay, Bang, keep talking. I'm right now chasing a, bad
yeah,
link.
some of those DOFs can go for a pretty hefty amount on the exchange. And I know the exchange is kind of messed up right now. Not a lot of things are selling. So, but those DOFs themselves could be very, very imperative for your future builds. And you can send those DOFs to other tunes on your account.
Yep.
Some of them might be projectile cooldown officers. Very rare. Very nice to have.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah,
sometimes
but
you
here's
get.
the other thing. You also got to remember how much space you've got. Now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am maxed out. You can hold, 500, yeah,
Duty
roster.
officers. Yeah.
So yes, you can hold up to 500. You see, I've got 394 on my on this tune here that you can hold up to 500. When you start out, you only get 10. When you start out, so you're literally when you're starting out, you're
You get 100 when you first start
buying.
out.
It's not character slot. Yeah, here it is. Duty officer slot. The 725 Zens, which gives you 100, or 25 or 225 Zens. They're 25 officers. But yeah.
Hey Jimmy, I've got an interesting topic for our next stream for you. What say
What?
you? How to link your duty officers to other people.
Okay. Well, your DDS thing, yeah, I've still not gotten around to creating that yet.
I don't think anybody's ever posted that out there on YouTube yet. Well, I've been doing it for years, starting out with the trading channel. So I think that
Right.
would be a good idea to teach people how to do that.
Right.
Simple, sweet, short video, really quick. I think people would get a big kick out of this because there's a lot of players in this game that don't know how to link what their DOFs do or the ones they want to sell. They'll type in a name, but they can't link the DOF. I think
Right.
that would be I think that would be really awesome to show everybody how to do that.
Yeah, yeah, that would do. And I guess we'll have to get together and do that with everything else.
Yep, yep. Give it a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off for a few.
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna
Um,
go get me. I mean, it's now 10. I thought I had a good breakfast, but I've been kind of busy. Just that and all that. So I'm gonna have an early lunch. Just that and all. But yeah,
well, hey, brother, you want to do this? We'll do this in maybe a half hour, hour.
I guess we can. You know.
I think it would be awesome because I've never seen a video of anybody else teaching anybody this, and of course I've known this for years, and I always have people asking me, "How do you do that? How do you do it?"
Right.
It's pretty simple. It's sweet. It's quick, and it's also a way for everybody to maximize their profits if they want to sell DOFs. Whether it be a Borg officer, right?
Right.
Everybody wants Borg officers, so
Yeah.
I think it would be pretty cool to do it that way. But also, as a foreigner, we'll explain that in the next one of why you can't link certain officers, and then of course go into explanation about that. But yeah, a short but sweet video that I
Okay.
think will entertain a lot of people because a lot of people are curious about this. They don't know how to do this.
Right.
Yep, it's
Alright,
something
well, let
I've
me go ahead and break the stream. 'Cause like I said, not all is, not all cereal, it's not fulfilling and just everything else. So I'm gonna
yeah.
go ahead
Let's
and
do this,
break.
Jimmy.
Alright, well,
Take a
ladies and
break,
gentlemen, we're
brother.
gonna go ahead and break the stream with that and all. Yeah, Drain Drain wants to, get together, try to do this, and then of course, Drain Drain also, yes, I've got the DDS thing. Yes, you can see Josh, Josh and Josh did 116,000 in the high onslaught because it was the Universal, just everything else, and also, so he only did 23,000. I did 29. But Josh and Josh with his one button,
Hey,
standby
guess what?
ability.
I gotta tell you, my buddy Infestus, man, he's really tearing things up on that D7 on his KDF side. He got 116 last night.
Nice.
And he doesn't even have any reputation whatsoever.
Yeah, I know,
He's
because I
doing
had
really
someone the
well.
other day asking me, how, because apparently, now, I'll be honest now, you'll hear my terms of, exploiters, just everything else. Yes, he's part of the Hodo crowd, just everything else, but he was kind of throwing it at me about how, he did like 130,000 compared to the 90,000 just everything else and all, but he does not have the reputation completed. He don't have, duty officer. He don't have anything, just everything else and all. But because of the console and the shit he was flying, he did 130,000 versus 990. So he was throwing it at me, just everything else and all. And I was like,
Well,
well,
I gotta say something. I was setting, you know how I am. I hoard everything from years ago. So I just so happen to have a cross faction superior area denial trait for Klingon. Of course, I wanted to put that on my Klingon tunic, but I don't plan on using pets, whatever. So I gave it to Infestus. Man, let me tell you something. He's doing insane damage, Jimmy.
yeah,
All of his pets are using scatter volley. Like he's got the Todouche fighter pets. They're like the equivalent of the elite tactical flyers for the Donnie.
yeah.
They're like the equivalent. Oh man, he was just tearing stuff up last night, brother. Let me tell you. That sad trait, and then he went out and he got scramble fighters as well. And yeah, he got that trait, and man, he's tearing things up, man. He doesn't even have any reputation. Nothing is epic on his ship. And he still wound up getting. Actually, he got up to 120K last night when we were doing
Well,
some runs. Yeah, really
well,
good.
well, like I said, it's the way the DDS thingy works, unfortunately. You know? Like
He's
DDS
getting really
cards.
good lately with putting consoles together, the math together. like Cat 2 bonus damage, that kind of thing. Anytime you see bonus damage in any one of your consoles, whether it be Alpha Strike, DPRM, or Domino, or Mixed Armament Synergy is another one. Anytime you see bonus damage, that's Cat 2 damage.
Yeah,
That helps you out a lot. It really does.
yeah. Alright. Well, like
All
I
right, brother,
said,
go get something to eat.
yeah, because like I said, we're now 1 hour and 30 minutes. Of course, I usually run Thor, so here's our ending, this, that, and all. Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, Seth on another question Jr. Thank you for watching my stream. Please click on the follow button. Please also hit the little bell notification and to come follow me. But I do want to point out those little links there. Please go to those links if you want to get more info. And please come to my Patreon page and support me if you enjoy my work and all. Thank you. Bye. Alright, and I will catch you later. Drain, you have a good one, and we'll be back later. Bye now.
You
Bye,
too,
Drain.
brother. Godspeed.